Howdy y'all, my name is ChucklesTC, and today we're going to be starting a new series, but we're going to end off the episode there so we can make enough money to afford the charter. But first, let's head to the midget series. We're going to be simming this race, and the locals. And they're in Elm Creek. Let's hire a driver. And we'll go with him, or we'll try and go with him for this full season. He finishes 21st, meeting our goal, and only causing light damage to the car. Next up, they're going to be headed to Kokomo. Now let's return and head to the street stocks. We'll go with him as well. And a rough drive there. So we'll repair this car. And we'll repair the midget car real quick too. Oh, what did I hit? Okay, I accidentally hit the B button. Let's go and repair this. And there you do see our new Bob's Towing paint scheme. Let's go ahead and load into the regionals. We're going to be racing first at Lucas Oil Speedway. In the midgets. Let's see how much this final upgrade is. 14,000. But we're going to get that next episode. So let's go ahead and start this event, and I'll load back to you guys once we are there. Okay, we're loaded in here at Lucas Oil Speedway, and let's go ahead and load into practice where our goal time is a 14.116. They have those annoying tires down on the inside. This is our first venture out here to Lucas Oil. So let's see what it has to offer for us. As at first glance, it was sort of reminding me of just a dirted up Lucas Oil Raceway, Indianapolis, IRP. But clearly it is not. On our first lap, we set a 13.666. And I know we can improve, and I want to improve because I don't like that number. So we smacked the wall there on the exit, and we still beat the goal time with that one. But yeah, that's going to be rough to recover from. Yeah, okay, we're not going to set faster here in practice. Because we're just unable to turn right now. Now I'm not sure if suddenly I got toe links I could break, but... Okay, it just suddenly gave out turning in the corner. That's where we're going to have to end practice. So we really only ran 2 clean laps. Fast lap of 13.666. Let's see if we can improve on that in qualifying. And here we are for qualifying. Cutting it really, really close to that tire. So let's see what we can set. So we're already struggling here around this track, just washing out into the wall. I think that's partially due to having a very short practice time due to wrecking. There we said 13.718 was our first lap. Here on our second lap, we're trying to run a bit cleaner of a line. Bounce out into the wall. We qualify 18th with the 13.647 against the Heat 2 starting in 5th position. And right now that would put us into the A main. We'll see what we can do here around other cars. Oh, we'll wash out into Whitley there. Oh, we're hitting to the wall. We drop down to P8. Now we wash out into Fisher, where wheel will get lifted. Now trying to catch up to Brown. The car will flip up ahead. Oh, and major contact there, as we were sitting P6 at the time of caution. Here we come to the green flag. Two laps remain around here, and we will get into that guy. That's going to bring out another caution. We drop the position into P7 with a green-white checkered restart. And we're in overtime here. Let's see what we can do. Here come to the line. And we'll get up to P4. Now we'll get into Brown and we'll ramp up into the wall, dropping down to P8. No caution. One more time around, we have a lot of damage. We're going to be able to fight back up to P6, but we won't be able to get up to P5 before the line, and we're going to finish in 6th, going and starting in 2nd in the B main. Here starting 2nd from the B main. Let's see what we can do to find our way into the main show. And we take the green flag. Oh, we'll ramp up there. And we'll slam into the wall, dropping down, position after position, down to P8. Oh, and now we'll get into another car. We're back into the wall. Dropping all the way down to P14. Where then we'll hit a tire, taking major damage, ramping up into the wall, and we'll drop down to last position with no caution being called. And it looks like we're going to end up finishing dead last with 5 laps remaining. And I will climb back up into 19th, but we're not going to be able to fight our way up into the top 5. I'm so sorry. I am not lifting though. But a caution will fly, oh, as the car goes around. And if you saw the thumbnail for this one, it was probably a photo of the new series that we're running. But once again, keeping you guys on your toes. Gonna wait until the end of the video for that. And we'll go and hit that tire on the restart because we just spun. With the 2-lap shootout here. So apparently I never adjusted, or maybe I did adjust the race length. I'm going to check that before we head into the showcase for street stocks. But yeah, we're going to come through and finish dead last in the midgets, I think. We'll get into Fisher, and we'll take P19. Now P18, and coming to the line we'll get P17. But that overall is what, a 37th place finish? Yeah, we'll finish 37th overall. We're going to be headed back to the main menu here after an awful, awful day. And we won't meet our sponsor goal. Loaded back here up on the main menu. We don't meet our sponsor goal. We finish 37th and take a ton of damage to the car. We have a new message from the Outlaws.
Keep your head up. Just gotta stay motivated and go get them next time.
Yeah. So next time we're going to be headed out to Grant Park. Track that we're familiar with, and we have a new mechanic available. We're going to give that to the street stock side of things, I think. And let's go ahead and repair the car. I'll cut back to you guys on the street stocks. Okay, loaded in here now in the street stocks for our showcase at Port Royal. Let's go ahead and load in here, and I'll cut back to you guys once we are there. Okay, loaded in here now at Port Royal in Pennsylvania for the showcase. Our goal time for practice is going to be a 22.513. This skinny half-mile racetrack. Really, really high walls. See what we can do. And we take some sidewall damage right away. So we're just getting used to the surface here and the lack of traction. Apparently we already started our first lap. So 24.938. It's not a great first lap. We'll come through here for our second lap to beat our goal time to 22.162. We know we need to be exiting higher out of these corners, but these turns are really wide, and the straightaways are just not as long. And that checkered flag, or that line, is a long way down the backstretch. It's a really interesting one. We set a 21.936 there. We'll run and practice till around the 55-minute mark. At least that's my current goal, just to get a handle of the track for this showcase. Oh, so important to get a new sponsor. And we'll go with a 21.555. That's around a full second faster than our goal time. And man, we are just struggling around this place. And I don't know where I could improve my lap times at. Into the corner a little bit later, which is what we tried there. That seemed to work a bit better, and then just wash out near the wall and be able to run up there. So set an even faster lap time. It's a 21.534. We're going to be able to get the outside lane here on that car going into the corner, but we're going to wash up high in the corner. So we're going to say a 21.434. .21.6 is the next lap. We're going to run, after this lap, we're going to run one more lap, and that'll be the end of practice for us. So we need to make sure we're exiting and washing up to the wall on the end of the corners. Because running down there is not going to generate more speed. It's here for our final lap. We'll set it at 21.6 or 6:29. And that's where we'll end practice. Fastest lap of a 21.434 as we'll hop into qualifying work. Goal time is going to be a 21.854. That is a huge jump from what our goal time for practice was. But we have confidence that we can beat it. Here we start our first lap of practice. And we'll beat the goal time on our first lap out. We are really struggling here for grip. And we'll qualify 28th with a 21.724. Now I'll head to Heat 4, starting back in 6th position. And we're green. Oh, we'll dump out a car. Heavy impact. We'll be up to 4th by the time the caution flies. And back for the restart.
And we're back to racing.
Here in P4, we want to get up to P3. Those cars ahead are faster. Hence why they're ahead, but you know. Two laps left. We're setting our eyes on Jurgens, hoping that we can make up that half a second difference. But we have to have better corners. And he grows the gap out. So we start the final lap here. It's going to have to take a miracle for us to catch up to him. What is this? Heat 4? Yeah, Heat 4. We're going to be starting 4th in the B main. So we exit the final corner. A 2-second gap, basically, up to 3rd. And we're going to be headed to the B main, starting in 4th, like I had said. Load in here at the B main.
And we're underway. Green flag is flying.
Carson Vaden Top is in front of us, and Jesse Wright. As we'll turn Vaden Top, and we'll move up to 2nd before the caution flies. here next to Billy Green.
We're just about ready to start. And we're back to racing. 10 more laps, that's all we've got.
Wright is going to be able to get the position on us on the inside. We'll be forced up into the corner by Brooks. We'll drop down to P5. Now we'll set it up the inside on Barnes. We'll move our way up to P3. Oh, we'll hit the inside. Sliding out and hitting the outside wall now. Now wash up into the outside wall again.
That was an awesome lap.
And we're struggling here to catch up to Wright as we're getting loose and it's just hooking it into the wall. As now we narrow the game or the gap down to Wright, and we're gonna have it at 0.2 of a second going into the 3 and 4, and we're gonna move up into him, losing a ton of momentum to catch up to Billy Green. With 6 laps to go, we're gonna get up to his bumper on this back straightaway. Oh, we're gonna hook him. We're gonna turn ourselves, hitting heavy contact down on the inside gap. We're gonna drop down to 5th to Brooks and Vaden top. Five laps remain. We're back up into P4. But I was not expecting Green to slow down that much on the corner exit, and I just got into him, and that wrecked myself. Now we're struggling to even hold on to this transfer position. I guess 5th would be a transfer position too, but we want to finish as good as possible here. 4 laps remaining. We're narrowing it down on Vaden top. Hopefully we'll be able to catch up to him. But this is a really rough track to get anything done at, especially with this much damage to the car.
Just 2 more laps.
2 laps remaining now. We've almost completely caught up to Vaden top, and Wright is only a little bit ahead of him. But Green, who we were definitely faster than, is going to be able to run away with it. We won't have anything for him. As we start the final lap here, we're catching up to Vaden top. He's going to make the move on Wright. They're battling side by side, headed into the final corner. But it looks like we're going to come through here to finish P4, and we will.
Great race. Everyone in the top 5 was fantastic. Here are the official results.
So we finish 4th, and we'll head on to the A main. Now loaded in here on the A main. Let's get into it here. Starting in 22nd position. Oh, and we'll turn Vaden top again.
And there's the yellow
and we're in 21st when the caution flies.
The drivers come to the line.
And I did not think that Bobby Young is in the field.
Green flag, green flag.
And with all that damage, yeah, it's not surprising that we have a really slow restart. Dropping down to 23rd position. Now our car comes to life after that first corner. But not before losing a ton of track position. And we'll now move up to 21st, getting past Wright.
We continue on the green here with these drivers trying to find a rhythm and stay smooth. When the consistent lap times is important in a place like this.
A really long race here of 25 laps. That is 12.5 miles. Around this mile and a half. In the A main. And in the full event, that'd be a 25-mile race. We'll now move up to 20th, getting past green. Oh, and cars are getting into each other in front of us. So we'll slide in behind Vaden Top. We'll close that gap, make a move down on his inside. We'll wash up into him. We'll get it done. Moving up to P19. Sneak cloth in front of us. Oh, but Vaden Top gets back to our inside. We're going to hold on to it.
These drivers have the pedal to the metal, the last flying and the cars are covering dirt. It's a great day at the race.
Vaden Top will make it back around us. As he hits us out into the outside wall a bit. As we'll get into his rear. They head into the corner. We'll drop a position down to 21st, losing one to green. Oh, and we'll go around. Oh.
These drivers are racing every lap like it's the last. The fans are on their feet and haven't sat down.
Caution will fly. We have significant aero damage. We're down in the last. It's a couple tough races for us to start off today. And we'll see what we can do in the final race where we're showing off the new series. So he'll have the inside on Thompson going into the corner, but he's going to wash down onto us. We're going to get him sideways, but he'll collect it. Now shooting down the inside of Wright, we'll wash up into him. So the same issue I had with Lucas Oil, same one I kind of have here. The random juts in the wall are really annoying. We'll move up to 21st position, getting back behind Wright.
What an impressive list of talent we've got out here tonight. Excited to see how this one ends.
Now, yeah, with significant damage to the front nose and the right side, we have 35% aero. We'll get into green. We'll move up to 21st position, but green is going to find his way back. Okay. We'll find that jut out again. So Thompson pushed us out there with 10 laps remaining. We're sitting down in 23rd position.
What an impressive list of talent we've got out here tonight. Excited to see how this one ends.
And we're going to be lucky here to finish 22nd. So we're getting to the wall every single time around. Man, we're going to end up getting lapped before the end of this. As there are 7 laps remaining. 7 to go. It's going to be a hefty repair. As the leader is in the same corner and on the same straights as us. 5 to go. We're going to make the move around Thompson. Us both getting into the wall. We're going to hold the position on the corner exit.
So far, so good. We've had some great racing today. It's starting to heat up.
And Watkins, who's the race leader, will go past us, putting us a lap down.
Only 2 more laps.
Now let Mawson passed. Who's the second place car? Or Amison.
One more time around.
And with one more time around, the white flag is in the air. No caution to come, it looks like, at least. And the leader is actually in the final turn. He's going to come through. And we're going to come through and finish 22nd.
That's it. The race is over.
Really poor results in both series. We at least meet our goal in this one. But really rough driving. And not all of it was our fault. We just sort of had unlucky breaks with how we got hit. But I'll cut back to you guys on the main menu. Okay, loaded in here on the main menu. We met our goal, the top 30. We have harsh driving there. In next episode, we're going to be headed to Charlotte. We're going to sign this new sponsor, Bricknail. So that's going to mean at the beginning of next episode, you're going to see a brand new car for this series. Let's go ahead and repair the car. And I'll cut back to you guys on the new series. Okay, This is the new series we'll be running in the UMP modified series. So let's go ahead and upgrade the car a bit to start it off. And we're going to get as many upgrades as possible on this thing. We might be able to get everything up to a level 2 upgrade. Maybe not everything, but everything definitely through level 1, and then a couple of things through level 2. These first couple rounds will go by pretty quick in terms of upgrades. Yeah, we're definitely not going to be able to purchase the level 2 for our engine before the race. But we've already gotten a couple of upgrades. And we're going to be doing the full first season on local. And maybe even a second season on local until the conclusion of our regional series. Or our regional seasons. And we cannot purchase a part there. Let's go ahead and load into this the season starter at Lima Land. And I'll cut back to you guys once we are there. Okay, loaded in here at Lima Land. Go ahead and hop into practice. Our goal time is at 14.292. So man, this thing is fast off the bat. I do have a bit of practice in this car. In my own personal time, I ran one race here, but we go out there and beat our goal time there already. And we should be in for a decent debut here with all the upgrades. But man, this thing is so lean to the right. It's kind of surprising. And I figured it'd be maybe leaned a bit to the left, because that would make more sense. Have it off balance to the left. But whatever. Okay, well the tires do make a difference. But I mean, that's still faster than our goal time. You're lucky we cannot take underbody damage. Or that the underbody damage doesn't affect like the engine or the radiator. Okay, as we got loose there into the corner and shot up track. Just an all-around beautiful car. And we won't have an opportunity for sponsorship for a while. Here we're going to shoot it down on the inside. Get our first experience about making a pass. And I feel like the way that this car drives is a mix of street stock and of the midgets. And there we'll set our first sub 13-second lap. And we're going to run a few more laps. So 2 more after the conclusion of this one. Okay, so that time we went over the tire but didn't launch ourselves, and this is going to be our final lap of practice, but it's going to be decently slow. It's got a really bad first corner. Not even slow at all. We'll end practice there with the fastest lap of a 12.905. Let's hop into qualifying. Our goal time is at 14.287. And there are 2 laps of qualifying here. We'll see what we can do. It's going to be a rough second corner there. So we're going to come through and beat our goal time. The 12.832, that is our track record time. We'll qualify in 10th and our first ever qualifying attempt with a 12.832, starting 3rd in Heat 2. So let's get underway here in this unsponsored car. An opportunity to go into the qualifying dash in our first race. We'll get into Weiser there. Oh, contact there as we are making the pass for the lead from Bollinger. Oh, and we'll launch ourselves a bit, taking aero damage. And I think we were faster than Bollinger, but that sort of just rocked us a bit. 2 laps remaining, we're up into P2 with a 2-second gap to Bollinger. And we'll take the white flag here. It looks like we're going to be starting in 6th in the qualifying dash. In our first ever UMP modified race, we're going to the qualifying dash. Another 5-lap race here. Let's see what positions we can make up. We had an opportunity to start on the front row in it. And yes, it is a bit cheeky to use all that money from the other series to upgrade the car right away. But, oh no, we're going to get sideways. We're going to take a ton of damage. Dropping down to P8. And the caution will not fly. We know we're faster than these guys, as we were just running up the field, but Bollinger took us out again. Sort of what happened in Heat 2. Might be able to catch up to Collins with 2 more laps around here. So it's only a 1-second gap. It's 1 lap left around here. We're not going to be able to make up the position on Collins. Come to the line. We'll finish P8, and we're going to be starting P8 in the A main. I don't know if we're going to be able to fight for the win already. Maybe not at this track where those tires are so deadly. But what I do know already is that Paulinger is making a rival out of us. As we both lost 2 positions in the qualifying dash. We'll get into Hill and Collins, spinning out Collins. So we'll see our first caution. And we're up into P6. To the rear of Bollinger. Can we get our revenge for what he did to us in the heat race and in the qualifying dash race? We'll move up to 4th. Fighting for 3rd. We'll lose 4th, dropping down to 5th. Now 3 wide battle. These cars are just so fun to race in already, but so easy to lose control of. As we'll wash out into the outside wall there, taking some aero damage. It's going to really impact our chances of being able to catch up to that leader. Oh, as we'll get sideways. But we're going to recover without washing out into the wall. 14 laps remain here from Lima Land in our series debut. Oh, as we're going to go around. Heavy impact to the nose. The caution will come out. We're into P4. This is going to bring the leader back close to us, but we take more damage, which was not the move. So with this front end being so low, that's why we scrape those tires and get launched a bit and take damage. This also brings all the cars that were behind me closer to us. This will turn Leo. And we'll move up to P2 when the caution flies. We're right behind Krupp. And now we do have a shot at it. But with all this damage, it's going to be hard to get going and hold a position if we can make it past. In the first corner, we're going to shoot it low and take the lead, but wash out into the wall. So Weiser will now take the lead. The caution flies. We were in P2 to Weiser. We have not led a lap yet, even though we've been to the lead. So we'll make the move on Weiser, and we'll do the same thing we did last time by. And we will lead a lap in our series debut. And Krupp is our only competitor, really. Oh, but we'll get back up on those tires. And Krupp is going to get a huge gap to us now with 5 laps to go. I think we're going to need another caution to happen. For this gap to be closed, as it is now a 1 second gap. And we're closing in a couple tenths each lap, 0.2 to go. We're going to go up into the outside wall again. And the white flag is going to be taken here by Krupp. We need a caution now. Come through the final corner. It does not look like it's going to happen. We're going to come through and finish second in our series debut. As Krupp takes the win. So we finished second in our series debut. It's more than we could ask for, but a ton of damage. Now let's head back to the main menu. Okay, loading here on the main menu, we gain a ton of damage. And we're going to be headed to Fairbury Speedway for our next episode. So we'll go ahead and repair the car. And purchase the new chassis upgrade. And we will not be able to get it fully upgraded, but we'll be able to get 2 upgrades in. And that final upgrade will come at the beginning of next episode. So thank you all. Hope you have a good one. And come back for more of all 3 series tomorrow. Thank you all, and goodbye.